Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your old pal Mr. Butter coming back at you, and wouldn't you know it, I got another pair of kicks to get into today. This is a pair that I think I grabbed from the Sneakers app. I can never remember. It was either the Sneakers app or the Nike app, but there's been a couple different colorways of this shoe, and I thought they were all real cool looking. I'm talking about a pair of the Paisley Dunk Lows. And this is another one that you can file under why is this only a women's release. It doesn't make sense to me. I would rock these in a heartbeat. I was able to hit on my wife's size. Actually, my wife's account hit, and I want to get into the orange Paisley Dunks with y'all today. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Let's look at these Paisley Orange Dunk Lows. Man, it is cooking out here today. It's crazy. I know I get into weather sometimes, so just give me a minute. We have had the worst drought, and it just now got to summer. Like, it's been weather comparable to like August weather here. And you can see how brown the grass is and stuff. I've been trying to keep it green, but I just don't want to keep on putting water on it if it's useless. But anyhow, we have had a crazy drought. It seems like summer came instead of spring this year, but okay, weather rant over. Regular Nike box, nothing out of the ordinary there. The tag reads Women's Nike Dunk Low ESS. I don't recall ever seeing that before, so I'm really not sure what that stands for. The colors are labeled as white, rush, orange, and white. And this is a women's size 7, which is Mrs. Butter's size, one of my daughter's size. So I got a couple of people that'll probably be fighting over these. If you know what this ESS stands for, then let me know. I don't recall seeing that. But I think retail price was either $100 or $110, something like that, right around that $100 price point. And then have a look at these beautiful kicks. Such a simple classic silhouette and very reminiscent of the Syracuse colorway with just white leather on the base and orange overlays. But of course you can see that on that heel tab we've got a Paisley design, and that's kind of like a canvas material. And then for the swooshes we've got that Paisley design, and it's a canvas material. I think these look so good and so perfect for the summertime. I really love this pair of kicks. The material isn't anything to scream about. It might be a little bit better than your average GR Dunk, but it's still not saying much. I mean, it's still got overall a pretty synthetic feel. However, these things just look dope as dope can be in my book. And I'll just say it one more time, there is no reason why this should be limited to women's sizing. I would wear these. I'm sure a lot of guys that are larger than myself would want to wear these as well. And I don't think they'd have a problem selling every single pair of these that they made. So Nike, please stop limiting shoes like this to women's sizing only. It doesn't make any sense unless you're just trying to make them more limited, more rare, and drive the hype of them up. But I mean, a Dunk Low doesn't really need any help in that department. I think, like I said before, they're perfect for this time of year. I don't really see any flaws or anything on them. There's the material, as I noted, and as I say all the time, unless it's a Dunk Low premium, materials aren't anything to like scream about, but these look incredible. I just love the style of these. But getting into the review, we've got a solid orange Dunk outsole. Same outsole you've come to expect on a Dunk, whether it be low or high. We got a pivot point in the front, Nike branding there at the midfoot. And then that comes up to meet a bright white midsole with bright white stitching. And I don't see any flaws. Nice and clean. And then as we come up from that bright white midsole, that's where we'll take our first look at this orange leather overlay, and we have that on the mudguard, the eye stays, and then wrapping around the base of the heel. There's nothing really phenomenal about this leather aside from just the color of it. It does feel synthetic, but it looks really clean. All of the stitching on these leather panels matches. I really like how vibrant this color of orange is. Apologies for the construction noise down over the hill. But then coming to the toe box and really the whole base of the upper, it's this white leather, and it's got a synthetic feel, but it's not the worst leather that I've felt on Dunks. It's not the best either, but typically we don't get really good materials on Dunks unless it's a premium or a collab or something. But it's pretty smooth overall. On the toe box, you see those classic perforations that we always get. And then on the side panels, you can see that plain white leather. And you can also see it up around the collar and in the back of the shoe, where we have those rows of stitching that I always love to point out. But then aside from those two colors of leather, the only other material on this upper is this canvas type material for the swoosh and the heel tab, and it looks nice. I mean, it feels like standard canvas. There's really not much more to say about that, but it looks really nice and clean. I like the way the white Nike branding looks on that canvas there on the heel tab. But these shoes came out really, really well. Then they gave us some bright white flat Dunk laces. I would have liked to see, you know, maybe a pair of orange laces or even like a sail pair. I think that would have looked good too. But we've got white laces and a white nylon tongue, same tongue that we get on all Dunks. And it looks like we've got white piping going along the edges of the tongue. And we have a white tag with Nike branding there in that orange color to match the rest of the shoe. They gave us an orange sock liner, and down on the insole is a white color, and it's got orange Nike branding. That's pretty much it. There's not really too much to go over. I really like that Paisley detail, and I like how the rest of the shoe just looks like a classic, you know, a retro Dunk from way back. I think the Syracuse Dunks were part of the Be True to Your School pack, I believe. I'd have to fact check that, but it's a colorway, you know, white and orange that we're very used to seeing on Dunks. I think it's been around since the 80s, and it really wears these colors well, especially for this warm weather that we're having right now. And if I could get these in a men's size without having to pay resale, I guarantee you I would do that. But I guess I'll just have to settle for getting a pair in Mrs. Butter's size. But anyway, let me know what you all think about these, and I will catch you on the next one. I'm out.